Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the object concept in object oriented programming or OOPS. So friend, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, object is a very fundamental concept in the object oriented programming, and especially if you are a person who is willing to start your career as a programmer and you want to understand the basic concepts of programming. So the basic and a very fundamental important concept in programming is object. Now what is object? Is basically object is an instance of a class. Now what is a class actually? First of all, we have to understand the class. Class is basically a blueprint or a template which has some attributes and some behavior. Now what does it mean actually? For example, see friend, that attribute means the properties. For example, you can say a class has a property or attribute that it has a color of blue, for example. So it is a attribute. It has a model of 2023, so it is another attribute. It has function or behavior, that means class, the car can start, car can have a brake, car can have start engine. So all those are the behavior of a car actually. So whenever we are talking about a class, we are talking about the different behaviors and different attributes. Okay, so the combination of those two things, attributes and behavior, in a single unit, that is called as a class actually. Now let's deep dive into the concept of a class actually. First of all, we have to understand the class. Friend, as we have discussed, that class is basically combination of attributes and behaviors. Attributes are the properties like color, make, model, for example. So these are the attributes, and behavior means the methods and functions of a class. And the attribute represents the state of an object and method define its behavior. Class provide a way to model and abstract real world entities in a program. For example, just take an example of a class here. Class of a dog, which has a constructor self.name and name, and it has a method bark, and then define birthday is another method, that means it will print the happy birthday. Okay, so these are basically this is a class of a dog which has properties like name and age are the properties, attributes, and then it has two methods, bark, and another is the birthday and another. Okay, so this is an example of a class. Now object instantiation, that means friend, whenever we have a class, we can create an instance of the class. Okay, so process of creating an object from a class is called instantiation. Each object created from a class is independent with its own set of attributes and methods. For example, here we are creating two objects of a class dog. Dog 1 is equal to dog body 3. Dog 2 is equal to an object of a dog with max 2. Here see, we are calling two parameters, body 3 and max 3. Here see, from here this constructor will call with the name and age. It will set dog 1 with the parameter and dog 2 with the parameter name and age. Are you with me? Then attributes. Attributes are variables that store data and define the state of an object. They represent the characteristics of the object. For example, dog 1 dot name, dog 1 dot age. So these are the attributes. Name and age are the attributes of the object. Okay, for example, this one, body 3, body is the name of the dog 1 object, and 3 is its age. Similarly, max is the name of dog 2 object, and 2 is its age. So name and age are the attributes of the objects. Okay, then methods. Methods means that methods are function defined within a class that represents the behavior of an object. They allow object to perform action. Okay, for example, dog 1 dot bark. So dog 1 can bark. This is a behavior, or you can say this is a method of a object. Okay, so once you call dog 1 dot bark, so here see, from here it will print self.name says wolf. Okay, so this method will call when you call the dog1 dot bark. Encapsulation is another very important concept of in object oriented programming. Encapsulation is basically bundling of data, that means attributes and methods, behaviors that operate on the data into a single unit. The main concept in encapsulation is that it hides the internal detail of a class and exposing only only what it is necessary. For example, a class has 5 methods and only you want that only 2 methods should be exposed and other rest of the 3 methods should not be exposed. So you can use the concept of encapsulation. Another is the state. Friend, a state is of an object is defined by the values of its attributes at any particular moment. For example, you are coding, you have changed the states and modify the attribute values. Whenever you call dog1 dot birthday, so it will tell you the state or current state of the object. Okay, this is called as the concept of a state, that it is defined by the values of its attribute at any particular moment or time. Behavior is basically the method of a class or the basically function, you can say, or action of an object. For example, dog2 dot bark, it basically tells you the behavior or method of a object. Independence of objects. Friend, every object whenever you are creating, it is of the same class, are independent with each other. Like if you are created 2 objects of the same class, so these 2 objects are independent with each other and there is no dependency of these 2 objects. For example, if you call print dog1 dot name and dog1 dot age and then dog2 dot name and dog2 dot age, so these 2 objects, dog1 and dog2, both are independent to each other and there is no similar, you can say, the dependency or interlinking between these 2 objects. Friend, object plays a very crucial role in object oriented programming. It provides a way to structure code, model complex systems and promote modularity and code reuse. They allow for representation of entities in a program and enable the creation of hierarchies through inheritance, leading to more organized and maintainable code as well. Now we can talk about a very simple example of a class car with an example of a object. Like for example, we have a class car and it has an constructor like which takes these parameters: color, make, model and year. Whenever you create an object of a class, this constructor will be called automatically. Then it has a function, a method start engine, okay, which takes an input of self and it will call this method start engine. So here see, this is the class, this is the method in the class. Now we are creating an object of a car class. So this my underscore car is an object of a car class which we called with the blue Toyota Camry 2022. So this object will be created and these 4 variables will be set here through the constructor. Another like then after once you created an object of my car, you can call the start engine method of the class of a car, method of a car. Okay, so this is an example of instantiating the object of a object. Another example here we can talk about then the C class is equal to dog, class dog. It has a constructor which takes name and age, it's self dot name and age. This is a constructor. Then it has method bark. Then it has the another method birthday. Okay, these are the basically this is the constructor and these are the 2 methods here. Then here we created 2 objects, dog1 dog buddy 3, dog 2, dog max 2. Here we have created 2 objects, dog 1 and dog 2, of the same class of a dog with a different name and the age parameters. Whenever you call dog 1 with a dog buddy 3, this method, this constructor will be called and set the values accordingly. Then you can call the dog 1 dot bark. It will call this method of a bark. Dog 2 dot bark, it will call this method of a bark. Similarly, you can also call the dog 1 dot birthday. That will tell you the current state of the basically of the objects. So here this is another example of the objects that how you can instantiate an objects in the of a class in object oriented programming. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.